Okay, the continuing the discussion for the assignment one. The next question is explain with an example from a business scenario what you mean by confusing system symptoms with the problem. I think this is one question which has confused a lot of you. So, first starting with the fundamental example, you have fever, which is the symptom, but and let's say therefore I eat. You try to cure the symptom. That is, I eat paracetamol. Whereas the reason why I got fever is because I have a stomach problem, and which many times it happens to me whenever my stomach is upset, I get a fever. So if the symptom was the fever, so if you treat the fever, the problem doesn't get cured, right? You should have probably given, let's say, antacids or something stomach related, and then the fever would have gone, right? Because otherwise, if you you keep on treating the symptom comes back. So coming to the business scenario, I'm going to take out two examples. One, I think some of you talked about HR, right? So HR attrition is happening. This is a symptom. You need to find the problem. The problem when you find this could be it is because of bad culture in the organization, right? That people there is a high level of attrition. Now, if you look at the symptom alone and treat it, you see attrition is high. Therefore, what do? You increase salaries. Will that solve the problem? No, it won't. Okay, so it's important to understand what is the symptom and what is the problem, because you shouldn't end up solving the symptom. Or let's say Xerox sales went down. Uh, the problem had to do with the change in technology, right, which had come because digital printers had come, and the old photocopy machine, right, was outdated. Now, let's say Xerox or sales is falling. So let us solve the symptom. And they say, let's give sales promotion. And they give a huge amount of sales promotion. Does that solve the problem? No, it doesn't. So it's important to identify if, many times management comes and tells you the symptom. As a researcher, you need to understand the problem, right? Hope that's clear on what is the symptom and what is the actual problem. So in a lot of scenarios, the first thing that you see is the symptom, and then you get to the problem, which is the job of the researcher. The next question is basically on a slide that he gives at the end. So referring to the Sears problem, uh, the department store project. So there is a store called Sears and they have a problem and we need to solve that. Right. So I asked, what is the marketing research problem? It is to determine the related strengths and weaknesses of Sears, other major competitors with respect to factors that influence store patronage. Right. Figure out what store patronage is. The word patronage means you can say customer association or their buying, that they have. The question then goes into what are the research questions, but I'll come to the third question, which is more important, which is what do you think is a management problem? Now, if this is a research question, what could be the management problem? Now, this is a research which was done, and I'm going to give you the exact management problem. So, almost all of you got it wrong, and that's fine. Okay, I think initially it's not easy to get these correct. So, I want you to listen to what the management problem is. The management problem is what should we do or what should be done to improve the patronage of Sears. That's what the question which the management is asking. What should be done to increase the patronage of Sears? The marketing research question answer to this, or the research analysis question to this is, to find this answer, how do we what should be done to increase patronage? Determine the related strengths and weaknesses of Sears, the other major competitors, with respect to factors that influence stock patronage. The research analysis answer gives the answer to the management process. A lot of you have written this answer in many different ways. By increased customer patronage, I'll agree two things can be done in two ways. One, how can the present customers we ensure that they buy more, right? More, things. And two, increased patronage can also be how can we convert new customers? How can we get new customers? That's also would come under this. You can say this comes under this question. Okay, so there are basically two parts, but I hope you understand it. Spend some time thinking about this. That answer. What should be done to increase, to improve the patronage at Sears? Now, typically, what happens is first there is a management problem, then there is a marketing research problem. Based on the marketing research problem, we have research questions. Again, many of you asked, should we come up with the research questions? when you do your projects, you have to. But in this particular case, he already gives the research questions in the last slide. So go back to the last slide. Check if you made your research questions good. Check whether your research questions, map with the research questions given by this project. Okay, and we'll get a little more into research questions in the next video. So I'm not spending too much time on research question. I wanted to spend more time on management problem and marketing research problem. Okay, so thanks guys.